All right, we'll do our easy yoga for you today. So come into your mountain pose, toes straight ahead. Make sure your knees bend toward your second toe. And sitting bones toward the floor. Activate your core. Get the ribs toward your spine and then lift them up toward your heart. Shoulders back and down. Crown to the ceiling. Just let your arms release and relax. And don't forget to breathe. And then keep that inner focus as you inhale, arms to shoulder level. Stretch those fingertips wide, but keep your shoulders down. Hands to your heart, elbows a little back so your chest stays open. Inhale to the front, shoulders still down. And then bring your hands behind, just clasp the fingertips and lift your heart. Stretch your head back, feel the back bend. Exhale, pivot at your hips, come on over. Hands toward the ceiling, moving your shoulders around just gently. Move your chin around for your neck. Lift your sitting bones. Stretch on the back of your legs. And just relax, letting that whole body get a good stretch. And then bend your knees slightly. Lift your ribs, drop your sitting bones. Slowly work your way back all the way up. And again, a nice back bend, lifting your heart. Stretch your head back. Don't crunch the back of your neck. So keep the base of your skull stretching away. And then inhale up, release your arms. Focus on how your body is feeling. And again, reach your arms at shoulder level. Hands to your chest. Stretch to the front. And clasp your hands the opposite way. So shift them over one finger as you clasp. Lift your heart into the back bend. And again, exhale over. And just hang for a few breaths, making everything relax and release. Deep breaths. And then inhaling again, work your way up. And another back bend, getting that whole spine working. And on an inhalation, come up, release your arms. Just take a moment, feel your body. Stretch up and bring your arms to shoulder level. Palms toward the ceiling, hands above your shoulders. Pass them and clasp. Bring your arms back by your ears. Spread your toes out. Stretch up straight and face forward as you lean to the side. No leaning forward. And just come into that side stretch, opening the ribs. Push the foot you're leaning away from down for that extra stretch. Inhale back up. Keep the shoulders down and switch the other hand to the front. Again, arms by your ears. Stretch. Exhale over. Feel the stretch along your ribs. Keep breathing and stretching as you maximize with the foot down and the hands away. And then inhale upright again. Release your arms and take a moment feeling your sides after that lateral stretch a little bit more open. And of course, we're going to stretch the spine apart so we can twist. Needs room between those bones. Arms at shoulder level, palms toward the ceiling, hands above your shoulders, clasp your elbows. Arms next to your ears, shoulders, shoulder blades down, sitting bones down, crown hug. And turn to one side for your twist. Take a breath, keep the weight on both feet evenly, and exhale over. Just as deeply as you want into that forward position while you're twisting. See if the weight's still on both feet as evenly as you can. And then stay in your twist. Slowly work your way up and lift the heart into an upper body back bend while you twist. Remember, gentle on the low back. Take a breath. Shoulders down, elbows back, chest high. Inhale up. Exhale around to the center and switch your arms. Again, pull them back by your ears and the shoulders down. Stretch that spine apart once more and twist to the other side. Another breath. And exhale over. And just deepen as much as you like, relaxing in that forward position. And Weight on both feet evenly as you work your way back up in the twist and into that upper body for your back. Take a breath, relaxing, lifting your heart. And then inhale back up, sail around to the center. Extend into extended mountain. So arms, fingertips toward the ceiling, shoulders though still down. Feel that core working, supporting your spine. And then swan dive forward. So arms to shoulder level, stretch out through the fingertips as you pivot at your hips. Stretch it out parallel to the floor, and then just drop it in and ragdoll. Straighten your knees as much as you can, getting that lift through your sitting bones. Pull in a little deeper if you want with your hands behind your legs. Get a good stretch on your back. And then arms to the front, knees slightly bent. And again, from the bottom of the spine, just slowly work your way all the way back up into mountain pose. Keep those shoulders back and down, crown high, core active, and don't forget to breathe. We'll do our little balance warm up. So spread your toes on your balance foot. You can lift them, make sure the base of the toes is really connected all the way across. Put the toes down, but don't grip. That lifts the base of the toes and gives you lift support. Ankle, knee, hip, and shoulder lining up. Core active and supporting your spine. Sink all the way into that foot and bring the other one up. Make sure you're rolling in a little bit at the top of the thigh so you're not crossing those legs over. And when you're stable, work your ankle around in circles, both ways, keeping it nice and flexible. Flex and point as you put the foot back down. Shift to the other side. And again, keep making sure that knee is going towards your second toe so everything's aligned, ankle, knee, hip, shoulder. Core active, sitting bones down, shoulder blades down, crown stretching up as you bring the other foot up. And again, as far toward your heart as you'd like to bring it. And when you're stable, work your ankle. Keep breathing. Step in and out whenever you need to. Just gently work it. And flex and point before you release so things are again aligned. Take a moment as you get back into mountain pose. Feel your body. Notice the core. And then let's turn the toes out just a little. Bend your knees toward your toes, not beyond. Remember, knee going toward the second toes. Hands above your knee. We're going to just cross the shoulder over toward the opposite knee. So push your sitting bones back. Twist a little bit as you bring that shoulder across and down in the direction of your knee. Take a breath, stretch your spine, relax into maybe a little deeper. And then come back to the center. And of course, we're going to balance and go the other way. So again, shoulder coming across and over, whole body slightly turning into that twist as you bring that shoulder down toward your knee. Sitting bones pushing back a little bit more behind you toward the opposite side. Feel it, relax into it. And then come back to the center and back up. And again, turning the toes to the front into mountain pose. So a little more stretch through the spine, and we'll do our side to side windmill. Follow your hands to each side. Keep the head reaching up through the crown. Keep those spine bones stretching apart so you can go a little deeper at each end of your circuit, looking behind you. Take a breath. Sink evenly into your feet, up through the top of your head. Just feel your whole spine moving and working. And then back to the center. Feel your body and shoulders. Let's do the backstroke and swimming. So bring the arm in close to your ear as it goes up and around. And just let your whole body move with that. Feel your spine as you're doing this, because again, it's going a little twisty as you move from side to side. And then bring both arms up, stretch the one side high, up on the opposite toe so that heel is lifted on the other foot, the foot you're stretching. Side stays down. Feel the ribs, let them stretch apart. Exhale and release. Do the other side. Again, lay up with those fingertips up on the toes of that opposite foot with the heel lifted. So you're really getting that whole side, maximizing stretching. And release down. Both arms up. Clasp the fingers, push the palms toward the ceiling. Keep the shoulder blades down. Ribs in and up, core active, supporting you. Spread your toes. And stretch up through the head and the hands. Bring the arms out, palms facing the front. And back up. And then clasp fingers the opposite way. So shift from that one position over. And again, stretch up, shoulders down, sitting bones down, core active and supporting you. And again, press to the front, right at shoulder level, pressing out through the heels of your palms. And again, all the way up and release into mountain pose. Feel your body, a little bit more stretch maybe through that upper body. Let's do our pelvic tilt. So angle the toes slightly out, knees toward the toes, not beyond. Even into the heels and base of the toes on your weight, on your feet, hands above your knees. Remember, no pushing into the knees, just positioning your shoulders above your toes. Stretch the spine long as you start, and then sink into the back bend, chest forward, sitting bones backwards, down, looking to the front. And then sitting bones tucked down and forward, ribs pull in and back, and you look down and catching just slightly toward your chest. And a few times through that, inhaling and into the back bend, exhaling into that forward bend, clenching those abs just a little bit. Breathing with it, maximizing for your body as much or as little as you need. And then the next time you're forward, pause and come on back up, turning the toes back to the front and again into mountain pose. Check out your body, feel what's going on. Don't forget to breathe. And then let's put the feet together. Bend your knees. Again, hands above the knees, no pushing, just a little position. And circle the knees around, getting the ankles, knees, and hips, lower back, everything working. Feel your feet moving around, spread your toes, and then stop and go the other way with your circling knees. Remember, knees going about toward your toes, not beyond. Don't overwork your knees. And then back up, and again into mountain pose, feet hip width apart. Oh, let's bring them back together and do our balance. So again, feet together, knees slightly bent, look out there in front of you somewhere on the floor and lift your heels. So spread the toes out, come onto the base of your toes for that support, not the toes themselves. Heels lifted. Find your balance. Keep breathing. And then roll back and forth onto your heels and toes to work out the bottoms of your feet. So get the toes, arches, ankles, everything working there. And again, step back up into mountain pose. Take a breath, release any tension. Just notice what your body is telling you. Hands to your heart. Look at them. Inhale toward the ceiling with those hands. Keep looking at your thumbs. Come into a nice little back bend. So pull those thumbs back as far as you want to go as you look at them, lifting your heart. Weight still on both of your feet. Evenly. Exhale, follow your hands all the way toward the floor. Drop into ragdoll. Lift your sitting bones. Slide those hands up and come into your halfway stretch. So knees straight, elbows straight, spine straight, pivoting right there at the hip joint and stretching your spine. Exhale down. Release those arms, Palms again together, inhaling, follow them all the way toward your heart and extend toward the ceiling. And another little back bend. Inhale, straight up. Separate your arms, swan dive, pivot at the hips, coming into that halfway position. Stretch everything straight and drop again into ragdoll. Pull in a little deeper with your hands behind your legs. Head in toward your knees. Lift your sitting bones a little bit more, maybe. And then arms again to your front. Palms together, shoulders down as you pivot to your heart. And all the way toward the ceiling. Extend into the back bend, lifting your heart one at a time. Exhale and follow your hands. Pivot on over. Drop into ragdoll, hands up under your knees on your shins. Again, that halfway up stretch, lengthening and breathing. And exhale, come on all the way to the floor, into child's pose. Hips back on your heels, hands palms up, forehead toward the floor, shoulders down. Take a breath. Exhale, touch. Look in your chin, get a really good stretch on the whole back of your body. And then hands to the front, toward the edges of the mat, if you're on the mat. Slide your toes back, drop your hips, roll your whole body all the way down. Head to one side, hands palms up, shoulders down. Take a breath, just relax. And on your next exhalation, turn your head to the other side and let the neck stretch evenly as you're there. Resting crocodile, just shoulders releasing and relaxing. And then forehead toward the floor, hands next to you, next to your face, elbows in toward your side, forearms on the floor. So inhale, face to the front, crown up. Chest forward, shoulders and shoulder blades down. And remember, not a lot of pressure in your hands, just rising as much into this little baby cobra as you want. So the ribs stay down, chest high. Keep your chin slightly toward your chest, but not all the way, so that you're looking toward the front. At the base of your spine, the base of your stomach, stretching apart as you're lifting that heart forward and up. Feel the back bend, keep breathing. Exhale any tension. Just lift that crown maybe a little higher, chest a little forward, and shoulders down. And then as you exhale, bring your forehead back toward the floor. Hands slide back under your shoulders, press into your hands. And again, all the way back into child's pose, hands next to your feet, and relax. So just a little upper body back bend for your cobra. And then inhaling, sit up on your heels, slide off, and bring your legs out to the front. So sitting bones slightly behind you, press out through the bottoms of your feet and up through the crown. Feel your body in that pivot right there at the hip joints as you come into staff position. We'll warm up the hips a little bit more. So sitting bones behind you and bring one foot up to your opposite thigh, knee coming toward the floor. And just let it go down. Knee and toes up on your front leg. Remember, you can bring it to the side if you want to open that hip a little bit easier. Take a breath. Just relax. You can put your hand or hands on your knee, but don't really push. You don't want resistance. You want just release, letting a little extra weight help you down. And then bring the foot and the knee into your hands or wrap your arms around, move it back and forth. Get that hip just a little bit more lubricated. If that's working and you want more, you can lift your foot higher or closer, and that makes it more intense. So remember, do what's right for your body. Don't overdo it. And then release that leg and feel the difference in the hips. So yeah, do the other side. Foot up, knee down, as much as it wants to go. Again, keep those sitting bones moving back, just letting this whole leg release and relax down toward the floor. Knee and toes up on that opposite leg, either to the front or over to the side. Take a breath. Let everything relax. And then foot and knee into your hands or pull it in, that extra rotation. Take a breath. Exhale and relax. Higher or closer if you love it, or not if you don't. And again, just release that foot and stretch up. And oh yeah, let's dive our dolphin, why not? Foot to your inner thigh, knee out to the side, and that front knee, and bring the heel near your hip, not under it. Stretch up, so your hip is up a little bit, so you can twist your whole body, so you want the spine apart. Exhale and turn toward that first knee. So hips, ribs, shoulder, everything turn. And then into the forward bend, drawing the ribs back, chin slightly in, dive under, forehead toward the knee. Face to the front, chest coming up, looking toward the ceiling as you rise to the sun and the sky. And just a couple times, diving your dolphin under and lifting your heart as you come up. Feel your spine doing the work. Feel your breath with it. Inhaling into the back bend, exhaling into the forward bend. And as you rise to the top again, stop at the top, exhale, turn back to the center, and release into staff. So we can dive our dolphin back along the shore the other way. Sitting bones back, crown high, core active, stretch that spine apart, and bring your opposite foot to your inner thigh, knee out to the side. Keep those sitting bones nicely behind you. Bring this other heel back near your hip. So this hip is slightly up so you can twist, stretch it apart. Exhale, turn to that knee. And again, dive under as you exhale, pulling the ribs back and diving your forehead toward the knee. Face forward, crown rising, chest open to the ceiling as you come up in a little back bend. So you're in a slight twist and you're working through that whole range of motion for your spine. Diving under, exhaling down. Inhaling, lifting your heart, coming up to the sun and the sky. And again, just feel your body. Notice how that motion is working through your spine, through your hips, through everything. And again, at the top, pause. Exhale back to the center. Release your legs and into staff position. And of course, it's time to bring the heels to the end of the mat and roll all the way onto your back for our final relaxation. So coming onto your back, just release and relax, letting your whole body sink into that surface beneath you. Hands, palms up at your sides, shoulders down toward the floor. Move your head around, releasing the chin, the neck, softening your jaw and your face. Torso work today, so just go ahead and let everything release through that whole midsection of your body. Arms, shoulders, just relaxing. Toes pointed slightly toward the ceiling. Release and relax through your thighs, your knees, your lower body. Take a breath. Exhale tension, just let your body go. As you completely relax into that surface beneath you, just let awareness of your body release from your attention. And let the earth support your body as your mind releases any thoughts. As thoughts come to you, remember always it's the job of your mind to produce thoughts. It's your choice whether you pay attention. At this moment, just let the thoughts drift in and out as easily as your breath, as unnoticed as your breath, in and out, breathing deep. Exhaling tension and thoughts. And just let your mind drift and your body sink. And allow your awareness to turn inward. Follow that awareness to the peace within. Fill your body with peace and your mind with peace. And just take a few moments to be peace. If you have time to keep relaxing, stay relaxed as long as you have the opportunity. It's time to return to the moment, to your body. Just begin breathing more deeply and stretching gently as you get ready to prepare for the rest of your day. As you breathe and stretch more fully, whenever you're ready for that final yoga hug of appreciation, sitting bones toward your heels, press your back gently down, and your knees built in toward your hips, and knees up toward your chest. Wrap your arms around whoever feels good for you today. Give yourself that appreciative yoga hug. Let your body know you appreciate its yoga work today and the work your body does for you every day. And when you're ready to release that hug, just bring your head and feet to the floor, roll over to the side, and sit back up, getting ready for whatever's ahead for you today. Thanks for joining me.